As you know, we speak frequently about climate change here, and we're going to talk about it a little bit today, but in a different sort of flavor. My guest today is Dr. Bradley Berg. He is a pediatrician with Baylor Scott and White Hospital in Round Rock. Dr. Berg, thank you for being with me today.
Thank you, Richard.
Why is it important to talk to children about the changing climate?
Climate affects all of us on a daily basis, from the freezing rains in the winter that cancel school to the heat waves in the summer to the recent floods that we've had. And children are often much more aware of what's going on around them than parents give them credit for. So it's important to have those conversations with children so that they know what's happening in the world, and how it's affecting their daily lives.
What is the earliest age the conversation should start?
So parents often ask me, how do I approach talking to children about different subjects? And my recommendation is, when kids ask questions, answer the question. And this should be very age appropriate. So if sometimes parents don't understand quite how much children know. So I encourage parents to ask the child, well, what do you mean by that? What do you think is going on? And that gives the parents a framework as to what level of understanding the child is at, and then they can respond appropriately to them.
Dr. Berg, how often should these conversations happen?
I think they should be very organic. So as subtopics come up, so if there is a weather event that's happening in the city and children are hearing about it from their friends, from their parents, from the news, that's a good time to bring it up and talk to children about it. If children ask questions out of the blue, maybe they heard something at school, maybe they're studying the climate in one of their classes and they come home and ask parents about it, then answer those questions then. I don't think there needs to be a set prescription about exactly when to talk about or how often to talk about the climate.
Dr. Berg, does it help to engage the children in going green type activities?
I think when you bring the children out into the nature, when you start talking to them about the world, about composting, about recycling, about energy conservation, you are involving them in their world, in their environment, and showing how they can impact, even if it's at a small level, and affect climate themselves and affect the future that they're going to be growing into.
Well, Dr. Berg, thank you very much for your expertise in this area. We do appreciate your time.
Thank you, Richard. I appreciate it.